I thought he looked sharp. He looked very purposeful. He was very good last night. And yes, he likes a gunsling, but he was throwing them sharp when he was going for it. When he was letting go of the power shots, he was fast, they were powerful, they were sharp, and he was taking his head out. You know, it was good. And he never allowed Povetkin to set his feet. He never allowed Povetkin to close the range. His feet were good in that regard. I thought he did really, really well last night, and he got the result that he should have got the first time round, really. And he got his redemption, and now it's onwards and upwards. But Povetkin, what a tough man! What a tough man! He took some serious bombs. I mean, he did in the first fight, but last night there was a lot of shots where he was just wincing when they were landing, and when Dillian was letting them go. And he kept going, he kept trying.
Do you think, watching that fight, you saw, I wouldn't say Povetkin aging more overnight, but there was a difference between the last fight and this fight? He I don't know, he looked like he dropped off a level. Not taking anything away from Dillian's victory, but
that was always going to be a question, because he's getting older. So he's obviously, you have longer time out. You're still aging. Obviously, it was, people knew that he'd been in hospital and things like that. But I think Dillian, because Dillian did things differently in terms of he was sharper, he was faster, that little bit faster, that little bit sharper. Didn't stand there where Povetkin could get the body shots off or get any shots off at all. So it wasn't competitive anyway in that regard. Dillian didn't give him the chance to get into the fight. So it highlighted even more the gap between them, and it made Povetkin look even older. That could have happened in the first fight if Dillian had been as sharp and as and done what he did in the rematch. So yeah, you can say that, yeah, but it was a little bit of both. Perhaps Povetkin just slid a little bit more, but Dillian's performance was that much better as well, much sharper. So it made the gap wider.
Yeah, I did notice Povetkin was kind of blowing, like, from the third round. But he was in the
first fight. He was in the first fight. Look at Povetkin in the first fight. He looked tired. He looked like he were gassed in that fight as well. But what you've got to see straight away, what was happening in this fight was that Povetkin was having no success at all. He was literally having no success. Dillian was snapping him with a jab. That takes a lot out of you. He wasn't just placing it and knocking him off balance and gradually taking the sting out of him. He was snapping the jab, so he was taking more out of him. He was landing big shots at him, and that empties an old man's tank a lot quicker. Dillian was landing a couple of good body shots as well.
You see, marked him up
a whole lot
in the body,
a whole lot quicker, and so there was more damage put on Povetkin in a sharper sense, and not having the success as well. Not touching the body, not having any sort of success at all. It all adds up. Wilder is just a must-see event. I think as a fan, it'd be fantastic. The build-up fight itself would be crazy, it'd be nuts. But it's another dangerous fight for Dillian Whyte. Another dangerous fight. Look at his resume. Look at the fights he keeps taking. They're dangerous. I don't know what I want for that. I just want to see Dillian fight for a world title. But obviously, he's not going to fight AJ or Fury. Them two are going to fight each other, and then when they've cleared that dust up, then I think they'll retire. So I don't think Dillian will ever get a shot against AJ or Fury. I don't think so. I can't see it. I can't see how they become number one, clear that up, and then carry on. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that Dillian will get his chance. So maybe perhaps after the first fight, then when the belts get fragmented, then he gets a shot at you know, at the vacant title, maybe. But in the time until then, I like Dillian, but as a fan, yeah, I want to see Wilder, of course. I want to see Wilder. I want to see Wilder. I want to see, if not Wilder, I'd want to see Andy Ruiz and Dillian. I think they're two really, really good fights, really, really good fights. But that's as a fan.